some of these big names here, but as you can see up on screen as well, we are going to be seeing the flight path as we are going to be jumping straight into the first game for today in the PUBG Mobile Global Championships 2020 here. Day number 4, it is on its way here. We are heading in towards the map of Erangel here. Up on screen, like I said as well, we have the scoreboards for you guys. 4 AM, Zeus, and also Nova X. We are taking the top 3 spots right now with 200 points total. But to begin with here, let's take a look at the flight path here. It is going to be a mid-intersection flight path coming from the southern segment and passing towards the outskirts of 70. So nothing out of the ordinary here. A pretty balanced path from all these teams here. We are not going to be expecting some early engagements or maybe a contestment of vehicles in this regards here. We saw a couple skirmish in yesterday's performance, especially coming from Team Secret as well as Na'Vi, who kind of kamikaze each other in that regards, which is pretty unfortunate to that extent. However, seeing how the game is going to be progressing here, footballers will be rotating into as Novo once again here. We did see footballers kind of forgo Novo a little bit here in yesterday's last couple of games, where Airwolf was actually trying to contest footballers, which was very interesting to watch here. But of course, it might be anyone's game here. We saw record-breaking moments from day 1, day 2, and day 3. With day 1 with Digital Athletics here, they definitely got 13.33 games per day, which was phenomenal. BTR on the second day, and also from yesterday's game, Zeus Esports taking a huge chunk of average per game here. So we might see a potential dark horse kind of step it up in today's performance here, maybe securing himself a huge load, probably a 100-point lead here, maybe even overthrowing the odds on the leaderboards as well. So today, it's not out of the running here for the number 1 spot for any of these teams, considering it is going to be 8 games in total here. But to start things off here, we are going to be looking for the perspectives of RRQ here with Pure 11. Sir Cloud.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much from Senior. We did see a little bit of a glimpse of him during the league stages, but not so much in the finals. Probably they decided on something that... But then again, we can see that Zeus looks like it's first blood here. Zeus being the first one to be taken out of this round number 1. And looks like it's going to be evacuation plan here for PW888, or are they going to go for the aggressive play? A belly is all alone, and Zeus Esports. My goodness, unfortunately, they're starting game number 1 with the loss of Icy, so it's not going to be good for them, especially when they're in the race to actually get the top spot. So hopefully with 3 team members, they can actually hang on to positioning points that actually can be able to try and get as much as possible from round number 1 before they reset for round number 2.
Yep, and as the game progresses as well here, we do see PW888 here. Looks like they're going to be switching up their rotations a little bit here. Looks like they are not going to be opting to go for their usual drop into a Zarki. So they have pretty much made a backup plan here. Going to be driving around here with Corpai and also Gui. Going to be rotating potentially to the eastern side of outskirts of Milta. So we are expecting PW88 here going to be dropping into foreign regions here, as they might be not familiar in how some of these teams are going to be rotating here. So we are going to be expecting some sort of a cut off in possibly the eastern segment of this circle here. Possibly one of the teams such as Kanina Power is going to struggle in that regards here. But first blood goes in the hands of PW888 as of now. So they have been on the hunter's string here. Not exactly sure who was actually taken out here. Football is still holding Novo to the grounds. Pretty common ones here. And there's going to be some stats for you. Lover Z, 21 ranked thus far. And yep, it looks like we're going to see a replay here. Oh, it's actually Zeus IC that actually gets caught off here along the road. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about, right? PW888 suddenly making the move and the decision to actually rotate towards the eastern side. Teams will not expect this, and apparently that is going to be the guys from Zeus Esports here going to be falling victim in the hands of PW888 here, Sir Cloud. And of course, as the game continues here, we do see XQF Nova going to be playing their usual strategy here, looting as it goes. So going for a little bit of jungle strategy. And on screen as well, we are seeing Paraboy going to be the number 4 ranked here with one of the highest average knockdown here with 1.571. Paraboy has been doing exceptionally well. We saw a couple of misplays in yesterday's performance in that one particular Sandhawk map here. I believe it was game number 5. yeah, Paraboy kind of struggled here. Like, it was pretty much Nova XQF's game to actually take the chicken dinner, but pretty much Zeus Esport came in for the sweep under, and they actually denied them here with ably actually taking them down. So that's going to be something that they got to worry about here. But of course, we had that smoke moment that Zeus ably was able to kind of just shoot him through the smoke as well with the one-way smoke. So Paraboy was definitely caught off guard. So that was a really nice play coming from Zeus Esport in that particular round. And on screen as well, we do see Abrupt Slayers hasn't been able to have the perfect run that they were expecting as well. They've been struggling a little bit here, but it looks like they will switch up the strategies a little bit more to start things off in this day itself here. So we can see teams are switching up the strategies a little bit more compared to yesterday's performance, which is a little bit unique here. And it's no surprises that considering that this is the desperate situation that everyone is going to be having as well. Like, they are going to be expecting to clutch out a little bit more points in this regard, especially considering that it is the final day. So this is where every single pocket strat needs to be brought out here. And RRQ actually switching up the rotations here. This is actually kind of unique here, considering that RRQ prioritizes on mountain terrains more. This time they're opting to go a little bit early here and secure themselves a couple compounds and kind of tunnel their way through here. So RRQ is going to be in a situation where they are going to be setting up a couple potential roadblocks to begin with. And 4 a.m. on the other hand is going to be rotating along the shelter as well. And we've seen a couple of rumors as well along the social medias here where Bigatron did mention and kind of tweeted as well here, if you see 4 a.m. and you get a knock, do not finish them, follow them all the way through here, because 4 a.m. seems to be the prophet coming into this tournament here, Sir Cloud. And yeah, and seeing how the game is going to be going on as well here, it's really tough to expect to anticipate what may or may not happen in today's performance here, especially when Nova XQF is going to be one of the biggest threat in these teams as well. We saw them hold really good in terms of holding combos as well. They're really good at actually doing some serious damage in terms of zoning, in terms of that regards as well. Seeing how they've switched up the playstyles a little bit more, I'm a little bit worried here from Nova XQF, considering that the utilities-wise, they don't exactly have a lot. They pretty much split up their force a little bit here. They're sending 2 into one of the S compartments along Farmhouse, and they're split out a little bit more. So if RQ knows what's up and they decide to go in for the Crasher, in terms of battle attrition, this is not going to be great here. However, on board screen here, we do see Paraboy actually knocking on one of the members here, coming from Bigatron here, and that's going to be Luxy getting knocked off. And fortunately for Luxy for now, he's going to be A-okay, but as you can see, Paraboy, he's going to be expecting the rest of members coming from BTR to go in for the assist. And as of now, Paraboy, he's going to be pretty happy about this here, because that's one vehicle denied away from BTR. There's no way BTR is going to be able to secure that buggy once again here, as they will lose out one in terms of utilities here. But as of now, this is going to be the replay here, and look at this. Wow, that's an insane pixel shot coming from Paraboy. And that was not what I was expecting at all here, Sir Cloud.
Yeah, well, that's really interesting here. We can that is a real long-range shot. As you can see, Paraboy now, he's keeping eyes on the side of Bigatron Red Aliens. They are on the opposite side, but of course, this is still the first circle here we're talking about, IC Baby, that no one is going to move for now, definitely, and we'll wait for the next zone just to see where the zone shifts. There's still a possibility that the zone can shift to the southern side, but nope. Looks like the zone is going to be kind to all these players. It's going to be shifting to the main peninsula, whereby most of the players are currently at. But Arrow Wolf, interestingly, IC Baby, they are still in military base, so they are going to play what Arrow Wolf is good at, which is going to stay out of the zone for a very long time, tanking out the blue as much as possible before moving in and trying to be one of the last few teams to survive at the later stages of the game.
Yep, and now they're going to be going for a couple engages here. Bigatron, they are forced to retreat in this vicinity as well. Team Secret Gene actually opting to go with shelter here. That's going to be Zeus going to for a couple gunfights here. They do take down some of the members who are coming to Team Secret Gene, despite losing IC in the hands of PW888 here. So Zeus, they've done a good job here fortifying the shelter region here, as they might expect a couple of circles opening out and towards the Medusa's intersection potentially, which is pretty much smack middle of them all. But 4 a.m. switching up strategies here, and they are going to be joining the fight, trying to take shelter for themselves. And this time, they've got Sinher getting knocked off, and they are pretty much trapped in the open for themselves here, as a lot of teams are looking forward to actually third-party fight, and that's going to be A1 on the picture here with Dante going for the mini 14, getting a couple shots in. 4 a.m. forced to pop up the utilities here. And this is pretty interesting here, considering that 4 a.m. doesn't exactly rotate rather early into the middle stage of the game here, because we did see them kind of prioritize on hugging the edge of the circle before making their move here. So for them to be caught out here is pretty much got their plan thrown out the window here. Meanwhile, they are going to be engaging with multiple teams here as the circle is going to be closing in. A lot of teams are going to be pushing their way in towards this next phase of the circle here. I'm a little bit concerned for the guys at 4 a.m. now. Can they be able to survive this predicament here, Sir Cloud?
Yeah, it's going to be super tough for them, because we can see that A1 Esports, they are putting a lot of pressure on the 4 a.m. We can see that Dante managed to get the knockdown onto Sook, and now looks like 4 a.m. Man, it's just because of A1 is on the other side. It's being the thorn in their fight against Zeus Esports. Now 4 a.m., if they're able to wipe out Zeus Esports, they have the upper hand advantage here, but A1 just had to butt in here for another angle, and now Joel will toss out the nade. Can he land his nade onto 4 a.m.? But this is a very interesting strategy here, as you pointed out earlier, IC Baby, is that they immediately went in for aggressive fights right in the middle of the circle rather early on as compared to their previous days. So they're switching up their strategies a bit just so that they want to get the aggressive play or the upper hand on their opponents. But oh, look at this Sinister. Managed to get one knockdown out of one player out of Zeus Esports.
Well, this is going to be an A1 special here, because A1 is a team that not many teams kind of focused on, considering that they've been very low-key throughout the league stages and coming towards this final 4 days here. Yesterday, they did get themselves one chicken dinner in the final game yesterday, eventually, but sorry, not getting their final their chicken dinner, more like they cleared out into the top 2 here. They managed to win the final game by getting themselves some serious kills here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see A1 actually getting a little bit more aggressive, and seeing that Sinister has been able to play kind of like the backup when it comes to long range support as well. His decisions has been spot on, but as of now they have been playing rather to live passive, and somehow they did some serious damage towards 4 a.m. That's great, but they could not get themselves some kill points here. And looking at the circle here, look at this. It is going to be pushing towards the Shelter Milta region here. So teams are struggling to find themselves and make a couple of spots here. There's not a lot of compounds here. Possibly a couple of nice shelter towards the forest region, but that's pretty much occupied soon in the hands of PW888 on the eastern side. But everyone from the western side here is going to be a huge mess here, because we don't see a lot of compounds or any pit stops where they can kind of dock themselves here, because as of now we can see a huge array of vehicles already passing by here. Alpha 7 is looking to try and third party this fight, but unfortunately they don't exactly have the angles to do it. Grave here, we see a couple shots coming from Alpha 7 Law, but that's pretty much it here, because 4 a.m. they solidified their forces here. They're looking to get them some kills here, and right now 4 a.m. they're in some really tough spot here. They're taking so much heat. They've met about 3 teams thus far. Zeus pretty much going to be sharing the other side with Shelter alongside with RRQ, but that's pretty much the 3 teams docking the triple Shelter entrance as of now. But 4 a.m. I'm pretty sure they're looking for the kills here, because they need those mats as of now here, Sir Cloud.
Oh, they almost got that. Hasaki almost got that, and they drive right past by, and Sook was knocked down as well during the process. Solus will be knocked down at the same time. We can see that Silas putting a lot of pressure on the other side. Hasaki has been knocked down by Silas. Ray Z have been taken out, and now we can see that Serlim has been knocked down. He'll need his buddy Silas to actually pick him up, but the smoke will be pop out. That will also reveal his location. Gangzo at the same time has been knocked down in another location. Same goes with Silas, and look at this. KDA is actually in trouble here. Secret Gym being the first team to bow out at 16th place in our game number 1.
Yep, and seeing how this is going to be happening as well, because with DA struggling to get some points here, this is pretty rough here on the guys from Digital Athletics here, because as of now they've lost Silas, they've lost Solus, but fortunately for them, they are still in for the running. And it's going to be a rough one here. They have the advantage with the Harry Potter tower here, as they are going to be supervising where Kanini power is going to be had as well. And Acer pretty much has a rough idea what's up. He has the vision, but at the same time, I don't think Silent actually knows what's up here, because as of now, 4 a.m., they're getting extremely aggressive once again here. They got a couple of kills, but that's pretty much it here. Acer gets a nice knock to Salim here, and raises Z is going to be the last man standing from inside DA, and he's going to be able to pick himself up here. But look at this, they don't exactly have mats, and Kanini power is looking for the and Razy actually gets baited out here, and he goes for the peak and immediately gets shut down. That's gonna be Kanina power taking a huge chunk of kill points as well as decent utilities away there, Sir Cloud.
My goodness, that you just need to peek for 0.1 second, and there you go, your head's gone, you'll be sent back to the lobby. That is the amazing athleticism that these teams are actually showing in our grand finals. And just look at this, the circle actually shifted towards the southern side, just on top of Milta. So teams from the northern side around prison, especially those hilly areas, they'll need to make a move into a rather flat area where there's a road in between as well, separating the two halves of the circle. So they need to make a guess of which area where the circle will fall onto. But A1 Esports becomes the 14th team to bow out of this round. We have 13 more teams, 48 more players eyeing for that precious winner chicken dinner in Erangel.
Yep, and now RRQ, they're taking some serious fire as well. A lot of smokes has been expended as well. And Konina Power is looking to take a couple fights here as well. But off the Q feed, we do see Zeus as well with Alpha 7 go head-to-head here. Konina Power getting a couple shots in. But this is pretty far away here, coming from Zeus Esports. And they're getting a couple shots in, and you can see the space. Alpha 7, RRQ is going to be crashing the guys from Zeus Esports. And they get hammed on. And just like that, Zeus Esports, they get taken out by RRQ. What a tactical decision here. Zayo is still alive, but RRQ took advantage of the situation with Alpha 7 and the third party that fight, and they will successfully survive to live to tell another day. However, Mafioso, they're not too happy about this here, as they want to get a little bit more kills in that regards, and Zeus will bow out on 13th place here, Sir Cloud.
And at the same time, we can see Mafioso still not letting RRQ Athena go. The shots coming in. They're going in for the flags, and are they going to go in further? No. They look at the time. No, it's probably not going to be worth it. They're going to make that rotation immediately. At the same time, we can see that old boy from Navi has been knocked down. And Joker as well. Not going to have the last laugh. He'll be knocked down. And Abrupt Slayer, they'll be eliminated at 12th place, and at 11th place will be Navi eliminated with 3 kills, bringing them back to the lobby with Arrow Wolf actually taking out Navi here. I see, baby.
Yep, I did not expect here. However, 4 a.m. now, they're going to be surviving this fight for another day here. They get themselves a couple loots here. They are going to be legging their way up top to this next phase of circle here. This time, they are going to be switching back to the usual strategies where they're going to be hugging the corners, wait for the team to take each other out here, and hopefully find an opening to creep their way in here. And Team Secret might have something to say into that here, as they are going to be the first one to make a move, try to find a rotation, and PW888 is going to be in the vicinity here. This might be the one where Team Secret don't exactly want to compete here, as PW888, they've got a lot of advantage here, but looks like they will disengage from this fight, as Corpai will respect the power push coming from Team Secret, as the circle is not exactly in favor of PW888 that much yet. And Team Secret looks like they will make a temporary pit stop here as they try to gather their bearings here, as they don't exactly find what their entry point is here. Meanwhile, Alpha 7 is going to counter the boys from RRQ Athena, and that's going to be a lot of shots in, as Alpha 7 will get a couple shots across there, and Ernie pretty much stuck in a really tough spot here. The zone is going to slowly take it away in. Alpha 7, they are looking for that final kill. Ernie making a run for it here. Is he going to survive this here? He does have a small edge of truck there, and fortunately for him, he won't live here. So that's going to be a close one there coming from Ernie from RQ to keep things alive here. Meanwhile, PW888 landing the nades on Team Secret just so far.
Yeah, the nades are coming in here from PW888. The reign of the nades. This is the meta that we've always talked about here. Oh, that nade taking out Batoy from Jui. This will give that opening to actually play a little bit more aggressively. 20 more seconds until the zone actually closes in onto them, who's still on the outside. And Jui still not letting them go, tossing nade after nade after nade. It's ridiculous sometimes. How many nades do these players bring? Oh my goodness. I really want to have a look at that inventory, but at the same time, we can see that UI by. Have been knocked down as well with the toss of the nade, and Icy is going to take those long range of putting a lot of pressure on the Team Secret. Ice shots with that fire coming in onto Ice, and now they'll be taken out, but Ice, yes, will it be finished off? We'll need to wait and see. There's not enough time left, and the zone will close it onto them.
Yep, with that play right here, you can see the chaotic fight is about to break out as well. PW888 will get pushed in from Kanina Power here, as Kanina Power has been holding the forces for quite some time, and it's worked out ever since here. They do just take out some no-name teams here. They took out a lot of competition. They've got the cover off that Harry Potter tower here. And this is where things will get a little bit interesting here. This Vantage is going to provide so much in terms of information, but so far, it's been doing good for Kanina Power, but can they keep up with the pressure here? Because they've taken out not one, but two teams from this facility, and they're definitely looking for more here. However, Arrow Wolf, they are going to be rotating away from this Harry Potter tower here with Kanina Power already taking a lot of shots in. Team Secret is still stuck in the outskirts of the zone here, and Kanina Power is not going to make things a little bit easier here. Matt going to be going for the side stance here, jiggle his way through to try and find an opening correctly to go in for the high there. It's going to be A-okay for now. Backwide is going to kick in for the pressure, but it's going to be Frozen, the one takes him down here. Meanwhile, Team Secret is going to have a little bit of window breathing here with Team Secret Matchpoint buying space for them, but the pressure is still on, and Rex will get clipped off with the explosion here, and that's going to be Kanina Power dropping the nades onto a Team Secret MY, and Team Secret MY is in some serious trouble now here at the cloud.
Yeah, they're into trouble now. Only one team member left that's still standing. But here we go. Black White managed to take out PW888 with that last kill. And now Black White will try to pick up his buddy there. The toss of the smoke is up. And now we can see that the circle is currently favoring a little bit towards Alpha 7 Esports, and Team Secret have been eliminated at 7th place. Now we can see as well that the three teams that still have a full squad here. Alpha 7, Bigatron Raiders, Nova is got Cornina Power still can pick up their buddy there to make it a full squad. Cornina Power now having the most kills with 9 kills. Alpha 7 Esports. The circle actually moves away, and the road is actually in the middle of the circle. As we can see, Gonzo having knocked down by Swag for Alpha 7. Alpha 7 need to find a way to actually make a move inside. Senna attacks have been taken out by Luxy at the same time from Bigatron Red Aliens.
Yep, Bigatron Red Aliens here. They are the third party this time here. Mafioso going for the snakes here. He gets one. Now eventually gets cut around. Zaxi going to be pre-firing his way through. But seems to me Zaxi is going to be in some trouble here. As Mafioso go for the push. Almost get clapped off here. Here comes the assist coming from also. But the nade is going to be a big one. He's going to be in some trouble. And they clap off the guys from Alpha 7. That's below. Getting taken out here, Bigatron. They're going to be playing a little bit of slow pace here, trying to pick up Liquid in the process. Zaxi wants to clean house and guys from Alpha 7, and he's going to be cooking a really nice day here. Is it going to be a big one? And they get destroyed. That's going to be Alpha 7 bowing out on 6th place. Bigatron Red Aliens here. Going to be in prime position to take the chicken dinner, but can they continue to do so here? Because as of now, Football is Limousine going to be lobbing a smoke on himself here to buy a little bit of time, because Nova XQF is going to be pushing from the southern section here. Football is going to be taking a lot of hit in this direction here, as XQF Nova are going to be taking advantage of the smokes as they go in for the push here, Sir Cloud.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be meeting up. Oh, and there you go. We can see that Lutz have been knocked down by Order with that nice nade. So there's only one more that they need to handle. But Jimmy is still, oh no, he walked into fire. He didn't notice that because of the smoke. And now Nova says he's still hanging out for his dear life here against 3 more team members from Nova at the same time. Bigatron Red Aliens have to butt in with that nade, that huge nade coming in, putting a lot of pressure onto the Paraboy. It's still active here. Paraboy managed to eliminate Footballists. And there you go. Footballists, they have been eliminated at 5th place. Only 4 more teams there. We can see that Black White have been knocked out by Zaxi. Exeter as well have been knocked down, taken out by Zaxi. And we can see a Liquid with the long range shot there, taking out another team member from Cornina Power. Gunzo have been knocked down, and we can see at the same time, Arrow Wolf is still in this. Ladies and gentlemen, top 3 for Arrow. Cornina Power is out at 4th place. I see, baby.
Great plays here coming from Bigatron Red Aliens here. Liquid with the DT attacks here has been phenomenal. However, right now here, BT are taking some serious nades here. Paraboy with a huge one. Bigatron in some serious fire. Nova SQM, do they want to push this here? They're thinking about it, but the Molotov will seal the deal. They don't even need to push it here. And Bigatron, they will lose too. Right against yes, well, Paraboy! Hello! That is some serious nades here coming from the Wonder Boy himself. And Bigatron, now they're going to be in some trouble here. Liquid going to be forced to pick up Ryzen here. Meanwhile, in the midst of all this confusion, where is Zuxi? Because he is making his way into another direction here, as Nova XQF still afraid to push up the guys from BTR just because of the flanks that is coming in from Aerowolf, who's holding out the compound as well. Super Una gonna be using the airdrop as cover as well to try and pincer themselves against the Titans here. The both Indonesian teams going up against the Chinese teams here. And Nova XQF looking for one more pick, and they can't seem to find it here, as they do have the vehicles. Actually, unfortunately to say, it's all burned out here. This is going to be a worrisome here, as no man's land is going to be the objective coming in from Nova XQF. They don't exactly have a lot of entry point, and Ryzen's got the upper hand on top of that as well here, Safal.
Oh, and we can see they really need to take care of either one. It's either they take care of Aerowolf or Bigatron Red Airless, or Bigatron Red Airless. Wow, what a long range shot here. Ryzen taking out Super Una, and now Small is going to try and pick up his buddy, but there's no more time here to go well close in onto Bigatron Red Airless. As no wise Potato still putting a lot of pressure onto no wise grab. No wise grab just stuck in between. They're sandwiched between Bigatron Red Airless as well as Arrow. The smoke now being tossed out, but how long can they stand outside of this zone? Order now putting a lot of pressure on the side of Bigatron Red Airless. More attention given on to them, and the zone takes out Liquid, and now Order have been knocked down by Zuxi. Fanboy, the man of the hour. He is still in this. How is he still surviving this with so much pressure putting in from left and right from the two teams here? I see, baby.
Yeah, great use here coming from Nova as well, using cover of the wall also to try and pressure their way through here. They expended so much of their ammunition here, and it's going to be quite worrisome from Zuxi here, because he's tanking the zone. He's going to be out and open as well. It's going to be a fight between Aerowolf as well as Nova XQF, and Nova, they don't care. They're attacking every edge of the corner as of the smokes as well. They're spraying their power here. They're dropping every single ammunition here. It looks like Nova XQF, they know what's up here. It's going to be Aerowolf in some trouble. Look at this. They're going to be throwing them up. Wow. But Super Una replies with a nade. That's going to be forcing Nova back a little bit more as they try to check every single corner here. But Nova XQF, they're smack middle of the circle. You're getting a couple shots in. Zuxi going to be playing the healing game outside the circle. They have to be A-okay for now. But Zuxi will show himself to do a little bit more damage, but it's not going to be enough. He gets a couple of knocks in, and BTR bow out on third place. But Aerowolf, they're down towards 2 men left alive with Nova XQF prodding their way through. Jamie has prime position as well. He spots him out. He's going for a spray, but Nova XQF, they don't know what's up, because here comes a nade from Spow as they catch off Order. It is going to be a 2v2 now, Sir Cloud. How is he going to go? They split up their forces now. But Nova XQF, look at this. They want to pick him up, but Jamie gets out with the push. He goes for the spray, and they get taken out. It's going to be Aerowolf taking the first chicken dinner for the Indonesian.
Wow, Aerowolf taking winner chicken dinner in game number 1 today in El Rangel, taking home together with them 9 kills in game number